Okay, ayan. So, good day, students. So, today we will be discussing about corporation. Okay, I hope you will watch this video. Okay, it might quite be complicated in terms of journalizing. Okay, so sige. So, let us first define ano sa maning corporation. Corporation is actually a form of business that is a separate legal entity from its owners of not more than 15 and shall have perpetual existence unless its article of incorporation provides otherwise. Alright, so in terms of ownership, si corporation, ato siyang differentiate from sole proprietorship. Si corporation has a separate legal entity, meaning class, just like a single or an individual, si corporation, pwede siya mag-enter into contracts, pwede siyang i-sue, pwede siyang kasuhan, pwede siyang mag-file ng kaso. So, it is actually considered as an individual, mo siyang individual, no? Pwede siya mo buy of stocks, mo own of stocks. Okay. So, in comparison, si corporation, meron siyang perpetual existence. That's why si corporation, it will exist unless i-close. So, unlike sa sole proprietorship, pag namatay si owner, ay wala na, sarado na yung business. Okay, so stockholders, whom are these? So, stockholders are the people or organizations who owns a corporation. So, sila yung may stocks or may shares of stocks na sinecure or binili sa corporation. Articles of incorporation, this is actually the set of formal documents filed with a government body to legally document the creation of a corporation. So, murag sa tao pa mo niyang birth certificate, no? So, mo niyang iyang legal document of being an entity. Alright, so we have one-person corporation. So, what is one-person corporation? This is a type of corporation with a single stockholder only. So, bakit nagpaparegister as a one-person corporation ang isang business entity? It could be si single corporation o si owner, gusto niya ng merong unlimited resources na pwedeng i-raise up. Kasi kapag sole proprietorship ang business entity mo, you are not allowed or dili ka legally pwede mo kuha og mga investments or di ka pwede magpa-invest. That's why possible makasuhan ta, no? Kung kanang pyramiding, scam, kay dili pwede ang sole proprietorship type of business manguha og investment from the public. So, unless you are registered as a corporation, and even your funds which you will be raising, dapat registered in like authorized ang amount. So, dili ka pwede magbuot-buot how much will you be raising. So, dapat imo na siya ipananghid because naana siya equivalent nung tax or kung unsa kadako ang imuhang possible na ma-raise up ng funds. So, si one-person corporation, possible gusto niya mukuha og mga investment. However, also mga disadvantages. Of course, sa corporation, mas dako ang imuhang tax. So, diri masud ang double taxation. Alright. So, what are the characteristics of a corporation? First, this is owned by one stockholders or by millions. Of course, many can purchase shares of stocks. Moreover, corporation are ongoing. Stockholders can buy and sell their shares of stock without interrupting the operation of the company. So, padayon na siya. Moreover, limited ang liability because for corporations, if naay utang si corporation, under yan sa pangalan niya. Dili pwede mo anha si lender, mo anha sa stockholder, and then i-exhaust ang iyahang personal assets. Like, kuhaon ako ang imong TV, kay dako mong utang na ako. So, dili na siya pwede because you are into an agreement with a separate legal entity, not just a person within the organization. That's why limited ang liability ng mga stockholders. So, dili sila pwede basta i-sue, but the company itself. Alright, so to proceed, a corporation can own property, enter into contracts, borrow money, conduct business, earn profit, pay taxes, and make investments similar to the way individuals can. So, again, corporation is considered as a separate legal entity, murag usa ka separate individual, no? That's why it can enter into contracts or borrow money on its own. Okay. Sige. So, sa partnership and sa sole proprietorship, ang tawag sa capital natin are equity. So, it could be capital. But sa ato ang mga corporation, ang tawag sa atong capital is equity. Stockholders equity or shareholders equity. Kay daghan man na siya ang tag-iya. So, there are two categories na nasa sulod sa stockholders equity or what encompasses stockholders equity. First is the stocks and second is the retained earnings. What are these stocks? Stocks, mauni siya ang gipalit sa mga owners or shareholders. Mauni siya ang amount na gipalit per share. So, mauni siya ang ilang investments organization. Retained earnings, these are the value na product ng operation ng business or the profit na madugang sa inyong possible ng mga stocks, na ma-distribute sa inyong stocks. So, there are two types of stocks. First is the common stock or the ordinary stock or ordinary shares. Second is the preferred stock. Mo nang gitawag siyang preferred because when dividing the net income, una silang first nga gibayaran because there is an agreement. So, sa first pa lang nga pagpalit nimo og stocks, when agreeing preferred stock na siya, there will be an agreement if pila ang interest let's say mupalit ko og 100,000 pesos worth of stocks nga tag 100 pesos ang par value. So sa 100,000 let's say na ako'y agreement with the company nga na ako'y 10% interest. So after the year so na motubo na siya 10%. So after sa accounting period magbayad si company sa preferred stocks. So after nila makuha ang net income, so ilahang first nga i-minus ang preferred stocks. Bayaran sa nila ang preferred stocks. That's why it is called preferred because it is first paid before the common stocks. So after paying this preferred stocks, si common stocks na po ang nabilin, after deducting all the interest nga ibayad sa atong mga preferred stockholders, ang mabilin nga net income o ang bahin-bahino no sa common stocks. So yan ang difference. So there are methods for accounting share capital. Okay class. Nanata diri sa part nga medyo kinahanglan og deeper understanding ninyo no. So I want you to concentrate and understand how will you differentiate the two methods of accounting share capital. Okay, so again class, when you raise funds sa company which you will be using sa working capital ninyo or pang purchasing ba ng mga fixed assets, kinahanglan i-register ni siya. So there is two methods in recording these registered amounts. First is the journal entry method and the memorandum entry method or memorandum method. Unsay difference sa duha? Si journal entry method mo ni ang you will have to recognize or enter new two account titles nga wala sa memorandum method. So sa journal entry method meron tayong tinatawag na unissued share capital and authorized share capital. So, itong mga account titles na to, wala yan sa memorandum method. So, ano naman yung meron sa memorandum method na wala sa journal entry method? That is the share capital. So, wala yung share capital sa journal entry method. So, please remember, we have 3 accounts na unique per method of entry, no? So, upon entering into a company, or upon registering your company, need ninyo i-register ang inyong possible nga shares na maibaligya. Or, okay, in this case, sa Halim & Company, it was authorized to issue share capital of 10 million pesos divided into 100,000 shares ang pwede niya mabaligya worth of 100 pesos per par value. Alright. In short class, ang pwedeng ma-raise up ng fund ni Halim & Company is around 10 million. So, dili siya pwede mag-issue og more than 100,000 shares. So, mao lang na siya ang iyang pwedeng i-issue. So, upon journalizing it sa journal entry method, you will enter it as an issued share capital, debit, and credit sa authorized share capital. Because the journal entry method, you will have to trace pila ang mga unissued share capital pa. And pila ang authorized share capital. So, for you to come up pila ang share capital na total nga naa sa company nga nahalin na, you will have to deduct authorized share capital less the unissued share capital. Unlike sa memorandum method, naa na jud kay ledger, naa na jud kay listahan og pila ang share capital nga naa na jud sa listahan. Kumbaga naa na siya kaugalingon nga ledger. Unlike Sa journal entry method, you still have to look at the ledger of the authorized share capital pilay na bilin sa unissued share capital. So you will have to deduct it sa authorized share capital before you are able to arrive kung pila gyud ang atong share capital. So in memorandum method, you will have to enter it in a memorandum way. Like example, in January 1, the company was authorized to issue share capital of 10, that is 100,000 rather, 100,000 pesos na dividend into 100,000 shares of stocks at par value of 100 pesos per share. Okay, so mo ang difference. So, sa memorandum method, wala kay debit, wala kay credit. Sa journal entry method, na kay debit, na kay credit. So, ang imong i-debit is the amount, not the number of shares, ha? So, ang amount is 10 million pesos. Okay. So, another transaction class which you will have, or another situation which you will need to differentiate sa corporation is the subscription. Okay, so unsay pasabot sa subscription? Ang subscription class, halimbawa, gusto kong sumali sa isang company para of course at the end of the year na ako'y madawat nga dividends or na ako'y madawat nga interest akong kwarta. Karon class, ang par value is 100 pesos. Pero daghay na maligyaan na class, meaning daghay gusto mong palit, mag-ilugay na sila. So the company will have to choose kinsay pinakadako o possible nga palit. So meron na siya bidding kumbaga. Like, example, ako mamaligya ako og shares. 100 pesos per share capital niya. Naay mo palit tag 101. Ako palito na nag 105. So, ngadto ko sa mas mahal. So, in this case, class, 101 ang palit sa isang share capital. Karon class, natay gitawag nga subscription. If ever na gusto na ko mo appeal sa usa ka company but I don't have the money yet, so I will need to have an agreement with you na mag-subscribe sa imong company. So, win-win situation na siya. Why? Because supposed to be, if you will be a part of a company, wala kay kwarta, o kanus ka magkakwarta, dapat diha pa ka mahimong part sa profit sharing. Pero maingon si company, time pa, kinahanglan magud na ako maka-raise up og fund. Appeal sa akong company today, bisag wa pa kay kwarta, ayaw ka ba basta mo appeal naman ka na naka-appeal na ka sa profit sharing kay basin mo ingon tao ang tao ay wa makikwarta di na lamang ko mo appeal. So win-win situation, tugtan siya sa company mo appeal, at the same time ang tao na gusto mo appeal na siya sa profit sharing, pero palito niya in higher par value. At the same time, maingon siya nga makikwarta, how will the person pay? If maingon ko nga December pa manggod ko magkakwarta, okay, maingon si company ingon ani na lang, if ang imong paliton nga shares is worth 12,000 pesos, you will only have to pay for it 1,000 per month. And karon dayon na appeal na ka sa company, appeal na ka sa profit sharing from January to December. So maingon siya, sige, mag-subscribe ko karon, so magbayad na lang ko 1,000 per month. That is what we call subscription. In this case, class, the subscription is made to 30,000 share at 101 per par value, meaning that is worth around 3,030,000 pesos. Pero supposed to be, kini nga shares, ang 30,000 is only 3 million pesos. Pero na 30,000 since it was paid at 101 per par value. So, sa subscription, sa journal entry method and memorandum method, it will only be the same ang entries. First, tungod kay na nag-subscribe, wala man kay cash nga nadawat, therefore na kay subscription receivable. So, na kay subscription receivable, at the same time, imo na siyang i-entry or i-enter sa subscribed share capital. Okay? So, same na siya sa memorandum methods. Wait, asa man ni maadto ang 30,000 pesos na sobra? Okay? Again, class, natay receivable nga 3,030,000 kay ang promise niya mao ni ang amount nga iyang bayran. However, ang worth lang sa imuhang share capital is 3 million since 100 lang ang per par value. Asa maadto ang 30,000 pesos or ang piso kada share capital? This will goes to share premium or the balancing figure. So, mao ni ang magamit ni sa company sa iyahang operations. So, natay share premium, the balancing figure sa subscription receivable. So, the entry will be the same for the journal entry method and the memorandum method. Okay, another example, class. What if 25% of that subscription was collected? Okay, in this case, class, there will still be the same journal entry because magkalahi lang sila if ever a certificate was issued or giila or gi-recognize na sa accounting sa company kana nga subscription. So unlike sa mga regular transactions, i-recognize ang usa ka activity when cash is received, ngari it is important kapag certificate na ang na-receive sa tao nga naa na kay capital sa company. Okay, so in this case, the 25% of the subscription was collected. Wala pa siya gi-recognize as a subscription. Gidawat pa lang ang kwarta. Therefore, 25% of the 3,030,000, that is 757,500, I think. So, manay musud nga cash. And that will be deducted sa imong subscription receivable. So, it will be the same sa journal entry method and sa memorandum method. So, the difference will come in upon recognizing the subscription. Okay, karon ato nang i-recognize. So, March 3, issued na certificates of 20,000 shares which are fully paid was given a certificate na. So, nag-issue ng certificate. So, 20,000 shares times 100 pesos. So, gi-recognize na nato ang 2 million nga shares sa ato ang entry. How will we do that? So, we will have to recognize this by deducting this from the subscribed share capital and deducting it also sa unissued share capital. If you will remember it, si unissued share capital is a normal debit balance. Karon nag-credit ta, meaning nag-iban ta sa unissued share capital because the 2 million or the 20,000 shares was recognized by the corporation. So nag-ibanan ang atong subscribed share capital and then ang unissued share capital was also deducted. Karon, the difference will come in because sa memorandum method, wala tayong unissued share capital. Pero naa tayo subscribed share capital. So, meaning, sa memorandum method, ibanan gihapon nato ang subscribed share capital. So, therefore, we have to debit subscribed share capital and then credit share capital. Diri mo sud ang share capital because, again, si share capital wala sa journal entry method but sa memorandum method naa si unissued and si authorized share capital. Okay. So, ayan. So, nasud na. Iba na nato si share capital and nasod na si share capital. I would like to remind you guys na in times nga wala gi-specify ni problem if your share capital is a preferred stock or a common stock. It is usually an ordinary stock or a common stock. Pero unless it is stated, it will be a preferred stock kung i-state nga preferred stock. However, if it is not stated or specified, common stock na siya. In this case, wala siya gi-state. So, sige, common stock tayo. But if it is stated, you have to identify in every account if it is a preferred or share or preferred or a common stock. Why? Because magkalahi man na siyang listahan, magkalahi man na siyang inventory, magkalahi na siyang account titles. Therefore, sa subscribed share capital, you have to indicate preferred subscribed share capital or common or ordinary share capital. Just make sure that you will be using the same account titles throughout the accounting period, or an issued preferred share capital or an issued common share capital. Same as sa inyong share capital na common share capital or preferred share capital, or subscribed share capital or preferred share capital. Okay? So, another thing, class, is when receiving a cash, dili subscription receivable, but you will be receiving a cash automatically nga mahimo siyang mupalit gyud ka on the spot og shares of stock. So in this case, dili ni musud sa receivable. So you will have to recognize it outrightly ang pagpalit sa stocks. Therefore, if you receive cash nga kay masud sa cash, so dili na ka need magsud sa subscribe share capital. Kinahanglan nimo siya i-recognize as share capital dayon. However, sa journal entry method, wala tayong share capital nga diretso. Therefore, again, you will have to deduct it from the unissued share capital. Okay, so you receive cash, meaning 400,000 pesos, which is tag 100 nga 4,000 shares, and then iban siya sa unissued share capital. And for your journal memorandum method, of course, naka-receive kag cash, so mag-debit kag cash, and wala tay unissued share capital sa memorandum method, therefore you will be using share capital. So if it is a common stock, so you use common share capital or preferred share capital, depende sa given, no? So ayan. So those are the possible circumstances that you will encounter upon releasing share capital. Depende sa inyong entry method. But make sure that when you use an entry method, you will be consistent until the end of the accounting period kung sa gyud ang inyong gamiton. Okay? So, in conclusion, when creating your statement of shareholders equity, whether you will be using journal entry method or memorandum method, you will always arrive at the same shareholders equity, same amount ng shareholders equity. Why? Again, because in memorandum method, share capital is directly stated na nakabutang na gyud na siya sa usa ka account, usa ka listahan kumbaga. Pero sa journal entry method, you still have to deduct an issued share capital from the authorized share capital before you are able to arrive at the issued share capital. And for the journal entry method, issued share capital is equal to the share capital in memorandum method. So after that, you add up the subscribed share capital, subscription receivable, and share premium for you to arrive at the same shareholders equity amount. Okay? So again, they are equal bisag unsa ka method ang inyong gamiton. And for the other authors, ang ato ang subscription receivable is appeal na siya sa ato ang current assets. Okay, so do you have questions? So if you have questions, don't hesitate to message or leave a comment. Siguro message na lang. Okay, sige. So I hope you will study this video presentation and this PowerPoint presentation because this is included in our exam or term exam. Okay, sige, thank you so much for listening, and that will be the end of our lesson in corporation. Thank you, bye-bye.